Happy Wednesday. Sorry, I am late. My son came in and I thought it was 11:30, and then I looked at the clock in the kitchen as it's after 12 and I can't run. I still am recovering with my foot stuff. And sorry, I'm just gonna try and bring it up on my iPad here. Yeah, so I kind of lost track of time, but I'm here now. Hopefully you're here. Thank you for watching. If you're new, welcome. If you enjoy the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. I'd love to grow my channel. I'm Linda. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canada. See, when I get flustered, it's just like last week, I'm like, oh, I forgot this, and this, because I was having troubles getting it started because, you know, things had been fiddled with my phone. Anyways, let me just, let me find this. What the heck is happening here? View my channel, there we go, okay, then I can see comments. Alrighty, go. Okay, that should work a little better. All right, such an exciting week this week, January. Tons of releases were happening yesterday. So the new catalog has been released. So January to April mini catalog, which is this one. If you've ordered from me in the last 6 months, you should be getting a catalog in the mail. If you would like to receive a catalog, you can contact me. Yeah, so there's the mini catalog that released, the online exclusives, there's new online exclusives, there's new kits. So excited to show you the one that is that I got. Obviously I can't get them all. There's actually some really cute new one that just released. I guess, no, they did both released. I can't remember. I can't keep track. And as well, yesterday started bonus days. So for every $60 you spend, you get a $6 coupon. Now it's on top of the rewards. So when you have an account and you are ordering online, you get 10% rewards for every dollar that you spend after $25, I believe, $30, I can't remember. It's quite a bit lower than it used to be to get rewards. And they accumulate, and I think they expire after a year or two. Like it's a long time. These bonus days is $6, $5, $6 for every $60 you spend. They will be able to be redeemed in February. So from, I can't remember the exact dates, like February 4th, 6th, something, and then till the end of February, you can redeem those coupons. So you could also, if you have other rewards, you can combine it all and use that. All I remember seeing is that it can't be, your coupons can't be the same amount as your order, or I can't remember the exact, there's a few little finicky rules in there, but I think you just can't bring your order down to 0 kind of thing with your coupons. I'm not, I can't totally remember. I read that a few days ago. Anyways, I should look that up. And if you have any questions, I can look it up and let you know what the scoop is there. So yeah, bonus days, mini catalog, online exclusives, kits. I'm trying to think if there's one more thing. Not that's coming to mind. Now, I also need to put out my next set of classes. I do have a couple classes in the works. I just have not advertised them or have them, the forms ready to go out. There will be a birthday card crank coming up pretty soon, towards the end of January, maybe early February. And then I'll show you the suite, but there's the cutest suite in here. So I want to do a mini album. It would be kind of like, it could be a baby album, it could be a kid's album, or just a really cute album. Perfect for a gift, or if you want kind of a I'm not a scrapbooker. I keep telling myself I'm going to start, but I really love making albums, mini albums. We did one for Halloween. It was super fun, super cute. So anyways, keep your eyes open for that if you're looking for classes. Other than that, so today I am going to go through, I was going to do favorites. Well, there's a whole lot of favorites in this catalog. I'm focusing on the catalog today. I will show you the one kit that's been released that I have. Other than that, I'm kind of ignoring the online exclusives that were released. Maybe I think I have done a few of them in my videos. I've used them. Maybe I'll focus on them next week. If you want more info on them and you want to see more of it. I don't have very many of them, I guess, is maybe why I haven't focused on it. But there's some really cute stuff in there. So if you want to see more of that stuff, let me know and I will bring some of that stuff out. I'm sure it'll come out and be used in some of my videos in the future, but for today, it's mostly the mini catalog that we're going to focus on. So I'm going to turn around and we'll get started. Oops. Oh, don't want to make you too seasick here. Oh, you know what? I forgot even to check the volume. And I forgot to put my mic on. I'm like batting. Not doing so good today. All right. Here, I thought I was all organized and ready to go. Okay, this is the mini catalog, and I finally get to open it and show you the inside. So, to start, I find it is I think Stampin' Up! Has a video on kind of how this is laid out. I'm not sure if it was on a demonstrator thing or if it was on their public site, but it's, you know, they've got the table of contents. They have the color coordinated little tabs to kind of make sense of what you're looking at. The first part is kits. So this kit was just released with the 3D, you make a cat, a bird, a dog, and I think there's a little hamster or gerbil or some kind of little crawly thing, and they each have a little home. Super cute. There's some new card kits that they just released. Now this is where I can't remember if this was released in December or if it was just released, but this is the baby book that I have that I wanted to show you. It is the perfect gift whether the person is crafty and wants to make it themselves. So you could give it unmade, or you could make it if you want to make a gift for someone and then just give them the book completed. So it comes in the usual box, but is quite a bit more full. So you've got the tear and tape. It has instructions. Now, obviously it's a whole book, so it doesn't give you all, gives you most of the pages if you want to follow along, but it doesn't give you everything. There is the video, and it does walk you through making some of it, but really it's kind of, you can kind of go rogue. So I've already put my pages in. These pages come separate, and I watched the video to see what they did because I was trying to decide if I wanted to get more pages, because ideally when I do a baby album, I like to have a 12-month baby album so that they can have one page per month. But this ends up having one, you can count both sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then there's this one, so you could count that as 8 if you really want to, or 7, and then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you can see you have more than 12, so you can totally divide it up. I don't need extra sheets. You can have more than one full page per month. This could be like the birth announcement. They're super, super cute stickers. So these two sheets are stickers, and the colors are awesome because they could be for a girl or a boy. They're really gender neutral. And then there's these cut aparts or punch outs, die cuts, however you want to call them. So this is is this the same? So similar, but some different pieces and parts. Again, more stickers and more stickers. Now, these stickers, there's some more punch outs, more stickers. So the months, more stickers, right? These ones are stickers, yes. And then these ones are more punch outs, laser cuts. And so here we've got the English version. This is the French one. And then I think there's another one. There's so much in here, you guys. And you could use, like, some of this I was noticing. I can't remember what the other language was, but you could cut parts of it because it actually is like English. So these are more stickers. These are cutouts, more stickers. So, you know, this, so you've got the whole alphabet because there was, no, not this one. Where'd it go? There was another piece of this that had the beginning of the alphabet. And then you've got the little alphabet with all the little letters and more. These are pockets that you can add. Oh, here we go. Here's the rest of the alphabet. And then here's the, so you can see baby album. You could cut that and use that, even though I'm guessing this is Dutch or German. Not sure, but sometimes you can find words that you can use within, or you could even use a different language if you wanted to. But anyways, you can see like tons. So the creativity here is like sky's the limits. I don't know, maybe we could just do this as an album instead of using the suite that I want to use. But when you see the suite, you'll be like, oh yeah, total album suite. Okay, so that's the kit that I wanted to show you because I just thought it was, I'm so excited to make it. I could make it as a video, I guess, but that would be a really long video. Okay, so then the next part is the scrapbooking stuff. So you've got all the scrapbook workshop kits. I've got this kit to show. And so there's the kits. Then there's always a suite that goes with the kits, which is in the suite section. And then at the very back of the catalog, they have kind of a, what do you call it? Scrapbooking from scratch. So then they have kind of all the pieces of parts of this separately that you can buy what you want. And then it has the designer series paper with the sticker sheet. But so this one is meant, it comes and it has, I like a lot of times the designer series paper is a bit different in these. So I don't necessarily buy it to make the kit. It tells you exactly how to cut it out, what to do. So if you want kind of an easy 3 layouts, there's always 3 layouts, and it tells you exactly how to cut it out and put it together. So quick and easy. If you want just to get your layouts done, this is your easy. If you want to go rogue, you can go into the by scratch section, but also if you include the suite with it, then sky's the limits as to how many and how far you want to take it. But I'll just give you a sample. Oops. So it always comes with, and they're about to fall out, the photo pockets, which is what's falling out. So it comes with some designer series paper, and like I said, it's different. Not always, but I will pull out the suite for this. I have it and show you the regular designer series paper. So this only has 6 double-sided, and then it has 2 where it's single-sided, but it has this frame, so you can tell it's specifically made for scrapbooking. And then this paper is different. We don't have this, and I'm guessing it's single-sided. So another layout, and then it comes with the 2-tone 12 by 12 paper. So this is the one where it's got the light and the dark. Sometimes it has multiples. This one looks like it has singles of 4 different colors, and then a bunch of white. Then it has a sticker sheet here. Oh, no, these are punch outs and some more punch outs, it looks like. So 2 pages that you know, it's got your titles already done for you, so you don't have to, some people use their Cricut, or I have yet to figure out, I have the Brother Scan and Cut, and I enjoy scanning our designer series paper and cutting it out without having to fussy cut. But that's pretty much as far as I've taken it. So I would love to learn how to do titles. And so you can see they're all labeled which projects they're for. If you're using them with the 3 layouts, then you've got all your photo placeholders that you need for your project. And then, like I said, the sticker sheet. So this is a sticker sheet. It can be purchased with the regular designer series paper in the from scratch, but then you don't get this. The only way to get these specific papers is to get the kit. It'd be nice, and you know what, I didn't look that closely. Maybe they've changed it, but I know in the past you could only get the stickers with the designer series papers. It wasn't a separate. Hopefully, maybe in the future they'll do the stickers separately. We will see. Okay, so there's this one that I have boys in my family and outdoorsy, and I love nature, so this was one I really wanted. And then this is another one that's a suite, the beach time. So I got this one as well, because those of you who know me, I have a thing for Hawaii, the ocean, not necessarily heat, but I love the beach and the ocean. Then we've got the memories and words. Okay, this is the next one. There's other stuff, but I'm not gonna show you every single page, obviously. There's these love notes, and it's 6 by 6 paper, and then you've got the templates. And so I got the paper, and I started playing, and I made 6, how many cards did I make? 6 cards in less than an hour. And I am not a fast crafter. Like, I overthink it. It takes me forever. Anyways, so I was super impressed with how fast I was able to come up with some cards. There's little, so even if you have kids, you can make just little ones and put them in little baggies with some treats. So you can cut all these apart. There's 2, and I can't remember, I think there's 8 of each grouping of sheets. So there's 2 of these where you cut everything apart, and then there's some bigger ones here. So you can make a bigger card, and again, you know, cut things out. And then there's this one, so you can use this side, which you can, I don't know if you can see, there's a card made with that. And then that side is super cute also. So you've got those 2, and then you've got some, not solids, but just prints, right? So you've got this side, that side, and then you've got the purple one and some hearts. So just like, they all mix and match. So I just went to town, and I pulled out one of the suites that you will see that has the hearts. But other than that, heart, and I used the die to cut out this out of the paper here. So I cut this with the die, and then I cut. So I did add a little bit, but I mean, you could go super simple, but you know me, I always go a little overboard. But so this is my first one, and then I added this one. So this is a retired the whimsical something. It just does the pattern, so I just fussy cut around, and so very similar to this, only stepped up. Again, so this one I took similar to this, only I used the postage die dies. And you know, you can, I've got a video if you don't know how, but you can adjust the size. So most of our dies are rectangular, but you can cut it in a way that you can shorten it up to make a square. So I did that. And then there's this one where this is no die cuts. This is all just the paper cut and pieced together. And these gems are from one of the suites coming up. So then these are all regular size cards. These two are larger, and they come from, now I think this is in the annual catalog. It's the Embossed Designs Mixed and Match Specialty Cards and Envelopes, and they are not 5x7. They're a 4¼ by 6¼ so a little bit different sizing, but it works because if I wanted to use this frame, it worked better to use a larger card. So this ends up getting covered in terms of, like, it has these beautiful embossed stripes, but you get to see it when you open it up. So I wasn't too fussed about that. And then it's also on the envelopes. I don't know if you can see, it's embossed there as well. And then this one, same thing. I used, it's got the polka dots, so you can see it a little bit, but then you get to see the fun dots when you open up the card. So again, this is all just pieces of paper cut. There's no die cutting. There's no, they look stepped up, but they're just pieces of all the cardstock cut and put back together and popped up here and there. So yeah, 6 cards, super fast. So if you're not, I don't give out a ton of Valentine's cards. So it's funny because I was looking and I don't have a lot of Valentine's sets through the years because I just don't send a lot of it, but I was super tempted by this paper. I don't know why. I like the simplicity, the, you know, and I do, I mean, obviously I give one to my husband and my boys and whatever. So, and they steal them for their girlfriends, whatever. So anyways, I just was tempted, and I'm glad I did, because and they don't have to be Valentine's, right? Like, they could be anniversary, they could just be a friend. So if you don't put, you know, like this one, you're amazing, that could be a birthday card. It could be, you know, sending hugs. That's not Valentine's. So if you're looking to make quick and easy cards, definitely don't miss this Love Notes 6x6 mix and match. All right. So I've tried, I don't usually have samples, so I'm not actually making cards today for you because it would take forever. But I did try and make cards for almost all the different pieces and parts that I have, so I can, I've played with it and can tell you things about it, and B, just to give you more ideas. Okay, so then my next set, okay, we start into the suites. So this first suite is lovely and beautiful. This is a mega suite, and it is, I did not buy this in the first rounds of my pre-order. I had purchased, so this is where those beautiful gems come from. I did purchase, no, I didn't. I purchased the paper. That's what I did, and nothing else. And then I really liked these dies. I love dies that, the shape dies that you can use with anything. And I really like these sentiments, but I really like the flower. So anyways, I just got the rest of it, but it was all started from the beautiful paper. So let's move this. So this is the card I ended up making. It was, did I write down? I took inspiration, oh, I didn't write it down, from a card I had seen. Mine is a little bit different, but either way, so you can see this is like, I think it's meant to kind of be a wedding slash anniversary, anyways, florally kind of stuff. So I've shown this paper in my unboxing, I believe, but this is what started it all. I was like, I'm gonna buy the paper because it looks absolutely gorgeous, and it is. With the gold foiling, you know, you could color this any color. You can, it all just, but like, you don't need the dies and stamps to go with this because they're different. But as I'm looking at this, it's like, oh, it is so pretty, and I would love to make, I feel like I need more wedding cards these days all of a sudden. Or anniversaries, and so I just thought, I broke down. What can I say? I'm weak. Okay. So there's that. There's this beautiful ribbon that I obviously haven't even opened. There's the ephemera, which is vellum with gold, which I did not have. And I think for those of you who are in my club, monthly club, I feel like this is going to be included in February. I haven't decided for sure. You can let me know if you think you would like to have some of this. But yeah, it's got all the pieces and parts that you can use with different cards. At first I thought, well, maybe it's a little too fussy. I'm not an ornate kind of gal, but I wanted to play with it. I'm kind of starting to like using things that I don't think I would use and kind of push myself out of it. It gets the creative juices flowing, because if you kind of just stick to one thing that you like, then it kind of gets stale, I think. I could be wrong. But here's the beautiful gems. I'm just thinking I should have ordered more pearlized faceted circles. They're such good colors. So I don't know if you can see, I do have an embossing folder. This is from the online exclusives. So I did include an online, and then this piece, die cut piece, is from so there's two bundles, right? There's the bundle that has just a few leaves and then the beautiful sentiments. But then it comes with all your stacked dies, and then these cool corners. I'll show you. They've used them here on a scrapbook, but aren't those cute? So that's the one bundle. And I know I have seen demonstrators that said, yeah, I purchased the dies of this one and the stamp of this one because they wanted the flowers and then they wanted, but I have to admit, I am the lazy this is easy to fussy cut. So I probably could just have gotten the flowers, because it's really this flower and the leaves, which are pretty easy to cut, but I prefer it. If there's a die cut, I'd rather have the die cut. And then, you know, if it's 10% off, because you bundle it, and then I think I bought it when it was free shipping, so even better discount. And I can't wait to play with these standalone flowers. So if you're not a big, you know, fussy pieces and parts kind of person, then maybe you won't like it, but you can make some, where did it go? Some really pretty flowers with just the dies. So that's that set. And then, yeah, so it has wedding wishes to the happy couple, to and from. So a good wedding anniversary kind of suite. So that's a mega suite. Then we have our Made with Love, I believe is the next one. So this is the one I'm using in my club for January. I just thought it was, at first, again, like I said, Valentine's? I don't know. I really love the colors in the paper. I always love their papers for Valentine's. It gets me every time. This embossing folder is so cute. Where did my samples go? I'll have to find them. They're gonna be sneak peeks because I've only made stuff for club. So if you're in my club and you don't want to see what we're doing this month, then look away for a few minutes. Part of the reason why I decided to get this bundle was the fact that the lettering matches our mini alphabet dies. And it is so, then you can, you can add and make more words with it, and, add the happy, you could do happy birthday with the birthday from the letters. So I just thought it was I love how they're kind of, like this is a standalone bundle that you can purchase. But if you have these alphabet dies, which have been around for a while, then you can add it to it, which makes it even more versatile. So that's really fun to have. So there's this pretty pink ribbon, and now what I discovered with this pretty pink ribbon, at first it's like, oh, it's really thin, I don't know. It is perfect for stitching this heart. So, where did it go? Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay, so this is where look away if you don't want to see if you're in club. But here, I've revamped the gusseted bags that they have. This is a perfect bag to put maybe cookies or a pair of socks for someone. But if you want more of a box or a bag, you can rejig it to work and do the size. You could have it much longer if you wanted, and you could have it, well, you kind of want to keep it to the width of the bag that's already there, but I don't know if you can see, I have stitched all the way around. So the ribbon is perfect for stitching, and here's the lettering from the alphabet dies. And then, so yeah, it has gusseted bags in the suite. And then it's got the stamps and dies, lots of dies, cute with the XO and XX and hearts and arrows and, lots of fun. So, and then this is the embossing folder. On the deboss side, I just colored it after with some bubble bath, and it just makes a really fun texture and pop for your cards. All right, so it has the embossing folder, and then it has the nice paper, which I have already shown in a previous video, so we can keep moving along. All right, the next suite that I wanted to share, there's an Easter one. I'll just show it, but I don't have that one. It's not Easter yet. Okay, so this is the one, it's called Nature Walk, but this is the one that goes with the scrapbook kit that I showed you. So you'll get to see the designer series paper in this one compared to what was in the kit. So here is the card I made. This is just a fun, you've got the stamps, very simple stamps, and then you've got the dies. So this one cuts out, I didn't cut it out, I just stamped it, but you can cut it out. It cuts out this one, and then you have a standalone. You've got like some texture you can put in your paper, and then it's got these beautiful leaves that you can cut out. It has these hexagon, they're very heavy, they're metal, faux bronze pentagons. Oh, I said hexagons, they're pentagons. And then there's this Secret C. We do have another Secret C ribbon that's very similar, but it's thicker. So this one is more sheer. So that's part of that. And then I used the textured rectangles. I think it's an online exclusive. Anyways, it fit perfectly with the sentiment, which is from this To a Great Guy. So that was perfect, and that's it. And then this is just the designer series paper, and I just used some copper embossing powder with the stamp to zhuzh it up. All right. So I think it's actually quite different when I am looking at this now again. I hadn't put them side by side, but you know, like there was none of this in the scrap. There was this one, but these are quite busy, so I think they don't, this wasn't in there. So this one is in the scrapbook kit. Again, this one was not. And I think maybe there was something similar to this in the scrapbook kit. So these papers, if you get both, you can kind of take your projects even further. And then part of this suite is also this natural hues paper, and there's only 3 sheets of paper, and it is like, you know, the pulp, like the when I can't remember, it was like summer camp, we made paper with pulp and it's really rough and textured. That's what this is. So it's kind of natural. These colors are not it's cream, tan, and gold. So it's not, it coordinates, but it's not matching with our it's not the exact same as colors that we have, but they do go with. So you can add, oops, to that. So that's this suite. So again, like I said, you can, they have this, and then you can add it to the kit. And then I'm gonna jump there because, so towards the back is where they have the scrapbooking from scratch. So this is the same Exploring Nature. So they add a whole stamp set that goes with it as well. You can get a pack, so 2 of each of the colors of that match. This is the 2-tone colors. And then you can get, so like I said, it's the designer series paper, so from the suite with the sticker set versus the kit that has, where's the kit? It has the different papers with the sticker sheet and some cutouts. So you can get the sticker sheet, but it just comes with the, so it's a little, it's a little confusing, but hopefully that helps you straighten that out as to what you're getting, if depending what you purchase. All right, this is the cutie patootie of all time. Cute as a bug. I think this is the cutest. It's not just the stamp set and the dies that are cute. You've got the ladybug elements, and then you've got the cutest paper. I had so much fun playing with this. So here I don't know why I've pulled out maybe the whimsical rectangle, but I've only used dies here, and then just the Hello Friend from the stamp set. So I haven't even played with all the little bugs, but the dies, oh my gosh, you can do everything. You've got the different mushrooms and flowers, and then you've got the cutouts for all of these little critters, and there's even like a butterfly, a snail, and a dragonfly. So I don't know, here's the butterflies and then the little snail, and this is part of the designer series paper. So, and I just I cut it all out of white, basic white cardstock, and then I used blends to color. but I had so much fun. It's just so stinking cute. All right, so this is the one I'm thinking about doing an album. And then isn't like this ribbon on an album? Wouldn't that be so cute? And it's so soft. All right. Probably think I'm nuts. But I just think it's the cutest thing. There's these cute ladybugs and then like not raindrops, but clear drops. So the paper that I used for my card, there's a couple pieces where these you can cut out backgrounds and pieces and parts to make cards or make placeholders for your scrapbooking, whatever you want to do. But these can be cut out with the dies. Oh, so super cute. With the flowers and the bugs. Like, it's just, and then you've got quite neutral backgrounds, which is nice. These aren't as neutral, but still cute. This one, you've got the bees and then you've got the mushrooms. Oh my goodness. It's just so super cute. Stinking cute. This has to be, I would say, one of the cutest sweets we've had ever. I don't know for sure. And I don't even love bugs. But they made them so cute. At first I saw it, I was like, it's bugs. But yeah, I think between the paper and everything, it's so stinking cute. All right, then the Beach Boardwalk Suite. So this again, I feel like the only scrapbook kits they come out with are ones that goes with our suites. I don't think there's any that just match like a bundle. So Boardwalk Suite is pretty simple. Paper, stamps, dies, and the puffy stickers. So here's the card I made. Now I totally cased, kind of cased. I used, this is part of the designer series paper, kind of the sunset thing. I heat embossed in black the roller coaster, and then there's cutout pieces, roller coaster pieces, that I die cut in some foil paper, and I added it because to me, if it's sunset or sunrise, this is probably more sunrise the way it's. Anyways, you've got the dark, and then it has the little cutouts for the Ferris wheel, little, what do you call them? I can't even think what they're called. Where you ride in. The little trolleys? No, I can't remember. And then it has this cute little ticket that you can use for the sentiments. It's got the palm tree. So it's kind of a different bundle in that there isn't a lot that you're cutting out from the stamps. Like there isn't a die cut for this. Obviously you could easily die cut it. I would assume that these two palm trees cut out two of these. But yeah, so it's a little bit like, you've got the Ferris wheel here and then you've got the roller coaster here. So it's a little bit different. I love the sentiments and the font that they've used here. And then there's these puffy stickers, which I have not used yet with the carousel. Puffy stickers seem to be the new thing. We seem to have more and more of them. The fun part about this paper is they're not laser cut, but there's a whole bunch of pieces here where you can cut out, I'm pretty sure that this die cut can cut these ones. Yeah, so any of the ones that are the same shape, you can cut out with the die, or you can fussy cut. And I think this piece as well, maybe? Maybe not. No. Okay, just the ticket. But still, you've got two sheets of this. And of course, you don't have to use, you can use the other side. But so there's some fun, you know, there was this, which is part of this. There's this one with the palm trees. And then whimsical. I feel like this looks like clouds to me. I don't know about you guys. Then the pretty suns. More clouds, but a different color. And then water. And that one's cool. I think it's water. I don't know. That's my take on it. And then kind of similar to what the tickets had, only with ombre. And then you've got these really pretty palm tree sunsets. So again, beachy. It was a beachy must have. And then so for this one, there's also a scrapbook from scratch that goes with it. And it is here. So then you've got the separate stamp set. My goodness, my words are. And then you've got the stickers as well, which would go with the scrapbook kit. But I actually got this stamp set, and I'm not sure where it is, but I thought it would go well with this whole beach, like the designer series paper and stuff, because you know, you could use these on cards. You don't have to just use them. I think if you look, okay, sunshine, no, I can't remember. Anyways, totally I could see myself using these for scrapbooking or on an album or whatever, or for on cards. So I thought that was really fun. Okay, let me go back now. Oops, don't look. Okay, so we were here. Then last week, my video showcased these woolly friends. So that's available now. If you missed it, you can go back and check out the woolly friends. Then there's this Gears and Textures die bundle. We had a Gears and Textures in the past, but I think it was just a solid. I meant to go look for it. The stamp set I don't think had all the grunge. I can't remember. Anyways, I need to go look for it because it was different and it wasn't as extensive, I want to say. But yeah, like look at the amount, like it's gears, it's chains, it's all of it with even the light bulb, the cute light bulb, and then the stamps are just super fun. This would be a really good set for like junk journaling. I think of my friend who does her jelly plating. I think this would be a fun one. So this one, I took inspiration from Simple Stamper, I think. She had something similar. And I also stole some, you know, get your ideas from like these catalogs, and even online, the ideas are the best jumping off point to creating. Like if you don't have time or you don't necessarily have an idea in mind, it's a great way to just kind of start somewhere. So I used the happy birthday from the beach set because those sentiments are so perfect. And then I cut out the gears and pieces in the holographic foil that we had, and then some white, and yeah, super cute, super simple. You can like really get grungy and out there, but I haven't had time to play with it much. So that is that bundle. Then we have the Joyful Squares. Now, I have not had time to play with this yet. I wish I did, because I feel like you get more excited once you've played with it. I know I was excited for the corners for pictures, and like even the cute, like, you know, it looks like it's the I don't know what you call them, the clips. It looks, and we have another one, I think it was in the online exclusives, where it had the paper clip look, and it had, so there's lots of things now. We have dies where you can cut out the paper and it looks like some kind of office supply of sorts. So and then you can get like the stamped onto the squares, and then so this is a bundle, but then they also have this perfectly paired designer series paper where it's just a bunch of pieces and parts, but then there's only 3 for each of the 3. But the opposite sides are super subtle. So if you're not into this whole patchwork thing, you can use it on the subtle side. So I won't pull it out because I don't have this one. So I waffled on this one because I was like, I really liked the other washi tape that we had. It came with the dies all in one piece and the stamp all in one piece. So you just had to stamp on top, and then you could cut it all out and it would all be done. Whereas this is all single pieces. So you have to cut these out, you know, line them up separately, which is a little more finicky. And I was like, oh, I don't know, but greenery is always nice to have. So like I said, I had 2 pre-orders. One was the first pre-order where I resisted, and the second one was when there was the free shipping. So I did cave and I got it. The stamp set is super fun because it's the 2-step stamping. So you know, you don't have to color it. You're actually just stamping to color it. Why am I turning it over? And then you've got all the pieces and parts to cut all that out, plus to cut the washi tape out. So, and I wanted to point out that you can notice that some of my magnets fill the whole case and some of them are smaller. These are from Stamp and Storage. They are not cheap, but I have ordered, I don't know how many different kinds on Amazon that other demonstrators swear by, and they don't hold the dies. Like they bend and then the dies just fall off, and I worry about losing my dies. And I know it's bulkier because they are quite thick, and they have, if you are a person that wants to keep your stamps with your dies, you can stick your stamps directly to the back of this. That's what this backing is for. But I do like that these fit in here as well. So you don't have to buy, because the new size from Stamp and Storage is quite expensive. They only come in a pack of 5. These come in a pack of 10. And they're pricey. So it's nice, you know, fit. It's still in the same size packaging. It just doesn't, and it's not as heavy that way either. So you don't have to use the big, because at first I was like, I was going to order all these big ones, and then my mother-in-law was like, well, but they're not all big. And I'm like, oh yeah. But I didn't realize we had, I usually had the 6x7 magnets that I would use. So they wouldn't fit in here, but there are some smaller ones that do. So keep that in mind if you're looking for magnet storage options. I kind of just cased the catalog here. I changed it up a bit in terms of the colors, and what I used that Secret Sea kind of sheer ribbon, but this is just the washi tape placed onto white cardstock, and then I just stamped and cut out a couple of greenery, and voila, it is finished. Or you can, like I said, cut it out. If you go back, I don't know what episode it is, I did do a whole stamping and cutting out and all the things you can do with a washi tape like this on a previous video. Maybe I'll try and link it below after this, so you can, if you missed it. All right, next. Oh, this was so then there's the scrapbooking by scratch, and then there's this kind of last page where it's just kind of standalone stuff. So there's a standalone embossing folder. There's these sparkle dots that aren't linked with any specific suites or anything. And then there's this mixed up patterns. I haven't done anything with it yet, but it is a great pack of paper to get if you don't want to get a specific suite, because it kind of is meant to go with all of our suites. So it says it coordinates with all of the colors coordinate with Beach Boardwalk, Brushed with Beauty, Lovely and Beautiful, Made with Love, and Nature Walk suite collections and their coordinating scrapbook products. So you could just kind of use it in your scrapbooking and your card making. Like here they're using this with the Beach Boardwalk. So the colors all coordinate with everything else. Just kind of, you know, and it's got like the swirls and it's got some textures, and it just kind of goes with everything. So it's kind of cool that way. Then the last standalone stamps, I've pointed these out before and I haven't played with them. They were the two that I didn't get to, that I'm hoping to play with. So one of my goals for this year is to fully finish my cards before I stash them into their, like I organize them by birthday, thank you, whatever. But then usually when I pull them out to give them, or if somebody's buying them, then I have to finish them because my inside isn't finished. I don't have an envelope that matches, and I like to have that. And so this helps you decorate your envelopes. And so I thought this would be good to help me, inspire me to get those envelopes decorated and finished. And then there's this shell collection. I do have shells. I checked, I looked. I'm like, I already have shells. Do I need more shells? Most of the shells I have were large and embossed, and we've had some really beautiful, but these ones were a bit smaller. I love that they're reversible, so you can stamp, you know, the two colors onto it. Unfortunately, I'm really sad that there's no dies that can cut it out for me, but I thought it would go well with the whole Beach Boardwalk, whole scrapbooking and card making stuff. So I caved and got that. No, I did not get the whole catalog, but it's getting ridiculous. So there is more. Those are my favorite things out of this catalog. If you have any questions, let me know. Hopefully I've given you some ideas with the cards. I will be back next week making some cards, maybe some techniques. I was inspired by the gears, the textures and gears. I was trying to look for my old video that I did kind of some faux metal, like the copper, the patinaed copper and stuff. So I thought that would be a perfect bundle to do that with. So yeah, keep watching, and I'll be doing some fun stuff with all of this new fun product. All right, hopefully that gave you a look into the catalog and what's available, maybe gave you some ideas. Even if it's just ideas of new cards you can make with what you have. It's always fun to get ideas. Yeah, don't forget to like if you enjoyed the video. Love to hear from you. If you're watching the replay, let me know you're watching the replay. And we will see you guys next week. Bye.